next on All Access.
I'm Dan Roach. The Patriots play for a championship here Sunday. Find out what they're saying inside the locker room about trying to capture the AFC East.
You get excited for games like this, knowing the significance behind it.
I'm Scott Zolak, and we'll talk to Mike Vrabel about the opportunity that presents itself before his team this Sunday.
You know, playing a meaningful game, playing for a championship. So we're excited about the opportunity. It's not going to come easy.
I'm Paul Perillo, and we can forget about the home field. I'm going to tell you why I think the Patriots have the edge this week against Buffalo.
And I'm Steve Burton. Those stories plus a smoky tailgate.
One thing we haven't added to our tailgate yet is a fire extinguisher. Maybe it's time.
All Access begins right now. An AFC East Divisional Championship will be on the line Sunday here in Foxborough. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Patriots All Access. I'm Steve Burton. Call it a hat and T-shirt game or whatever you'd like, but the stakes are high when the Buffalo Bills visit Gillette Stadium on Sunday. A win clinches the division for New England. Dan Roach kicks things off for us with more on Sunday's showdown.
If you want to see the game Sunday, you're going to have to pay big bucks. This is one of the hottest tickets in town in recent memory.
The Patriots and Bills with a playoff game feel. Arguably the Pats' biggest game since Mike Vrabel's Titans beat Tom Brady's Pats in the 2019 playoffs. And a chance for New England to win the AFC East.
They've won the division for 5 years, so we got something that we need to go take. I think it's really important to do it here. Do it while you have a chance to face them head to head. I mean, there's no better way to win the division than win a team that's fighting to crawl back.
You guys are actually underdogs this Sunday. Is this something you're aware of? Or?
I didn't know. That's the first time I heard it, but good.
After 13 weeks of grinding, the Pats enjoyed their bye weekend as they gear up for the stretch run starting this Sunday.
Well rested and ready, for sure. Overly excited. Obviously, I think it's going to be something that we have to manage our excitement throughout the week for this opportunity that we worked ourselves to get into. So looking forward to Sunday for sure.
This Sunday battle also has an interesting subplot as it features two MVP candidates at quarterback. For Buffalo, it's the reigning MVP Josh Allen. The 29-year-old has thrown 22 touchdown passes while running for 12 more.
He can do everything, run the ball, throw 60 yards across his body. He can do it all, so and we know that, so it's gonna be a fun challenge.
For New England, it's 23-year-old Drake Maye, who has tossed 23 touchdown passes and only 6 interceptions while adding a pair of rushing touchdowns.
His maturation process has been second to none in my eyes. I like our guy. Our guy's been playing extremely well, and I'm super proud of him and anticipating this game being no different.
All right, Dan Roach, thank you very much for joining us now in our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios. My guys, Mike Reese and Paul Perillo, good to see you guys. How was your bye week? How much football did you watch?
Nice. I watched a little bit of football, pretty much all day Saturday college, all day Sunday pros. I enjoyed my bye week. I did.
Refreshed, re-energized, and in the words of Mike Vrabel, let's get this thing cranked back up again.
Any naps?
I took a nap.
I had no naps.
No naps.
I just underrated. Naps are underrated.
No
on
naps.
the bye week, you can do it.
I understand. Good point by you. Let's take a look at where the Patriots sit right now.
Yeah.
AFC East. Let's just deal with the AFC East.
Yep.
Right now, if they win on Sunday, they clinch the AFC East title, right?
Yeah. And I'm here
hat
to tell
and T-shirt
you,
game, they clinch it. We know that.
It is a hat and T-shirt game, and that is remarkable, as Mike just said. But I just want to let everybody know, even if they do not win this game, they really should still win the AFC East. They would still have the tiebreaker over Buffalo based on division record because Buffalo lost a game earlier to Miami, Mike. Yeah. So as long as the Patriots were to be able to win against the Jets and the Dolphins at the end of the season, if the teams finish tied for the division, the Patriots will win.
But if they don't win, they give Buffalo life.
They give them life, and Buffalo's been coming here. I mean, I look at Buffalo, and we'll get into them later in the show. I mean, they're the 5-time defending champion. They're coming in to defend what they feel like is theirs.
Right.
But if you will allow me, Steve, I just want to zoom out for a second.
Let's do that.
At this time last year, coming off the bye, already eliminated from the playoffs, going to Arizona, and we were already thinking ahead to the draft. I just want to step back and appreciate that we can even have this discussion right now, because I feel like going into the year, I was like, maybe 7-8 wins going into the bye. Yeah. And as long as they had a chance to play in the playoffs, I'd say that was a good season.
Okay, let's take a moment to do that.
Okay.
Now we got to move on, because our expectations are like this.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay.
Now
let's take a look at the conference right now. Yeah. Because Patriots 11-2, Denver's 11-2. But if you look at it right now, the Patriots are sitting second because of common opponent.
Yep.
Correct?
That's right.
Yeah. And
Denver sits atop the Patriots.
Yeah, there's still a lot to be achieved there too. And just to go back to the little moment you guys had here, when Mike is talking about this time last year and what we wanted to have, what we were hoping for in the summer is to have this graphic come up, Steve, with all of the conference playoff teams, the current playoff teams. We wanted to be in the hunt.
Yeah.
We wanted to be one of these teams over here that just had a sniff come December. Now we're talking about number 1 or number 2, both 11-2 with the Broncos. Again, the Broncos have the tiebreaker now, but they have a much more difficult schedule down the stretch.
And I want to talk about that schedule, okay?
Well, before you even talk about the schedule, okay, because we're going to get to the schedule, right?
Yeah.
But if the Patriots were to play now at number 2, they'd be hosting
the 7th seed, which right now would be Houston. And that defense looks tough. I'm not convinced
no joke.
Houston will be 7th when all is said and done. But if they are, that's like a conference championship caliber game to me based on the opponent.
If you notice all these pictures now, Kansas City's not there.
Yeah. How about that?
They still have a 10% chance, but Kansas City's not there.
Yeah, and more than likely it's just one of those years they're not going to be there. I mean, even if they win out, I think they still would only have about a 50% chance of making it. So it's just one of those years. I think the Chiefs are still formidable. I still respect Patrick Mahomes. So, I mean, frankly, I don't want to see them win out and find a way to get in, because then it would be a hot Chiefs team with Patrick Mahomes.
Point.
So let's keep them out.
Let's talk schedule.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because the Patriots, they have an easier schedule left, right? 4 games left. Easier schedule than the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos have a tough road to hoe.
They got a big game with Green Bay, Mike, that I think is sort of the outlier there. But then you're talking about division games against the Chiefs and, and the Chargers. Jacksonville, formidable team too. They're playing as well. I think they're 6-1 in their last 7. The Jags are. So the AFC playoff picture is starting to heat up and take shape. And it's one of those deals, Mike, you start to, you pick and choose. Oh, I'd rather see them. I'd rather see those. Then you look and see all of a sudden in 2 weeks what's happened in Indianapolis, right?
That's right.
They were riding high. And their quarterback breaks his leg. Their backup quarterback is out because of a freak incident about, 5 or 6 weeks ago. And their third-string guy is now out, to the point where they're talking to 44-year-old grandfathers trying to talk out of retirement and Phillip Rivers. So we can change quickly.
All right, we got to wrap this up.
Let's go.
Number 1 seed, do they finish, yes or no?
I'm going to say they got to be 3-1 at worst to get the number 1 seed.
I think they get it because I think Denver's schedule there's a couple of losses there.
I agree with him. I agree with him. Don't go far, because we got you a little later on the show. We'll be back more Patriots All Access right after this.
Coming up on All Access.
We sit down with head coach Mike Vrabel to discuss the challenge of facing the Bills on Sunday.
He's dangerous. He is never rattled, and he gives them a chance throughout the game.
Plus, we break down some of Drake Maye's best plays of the year.
Diggs is just making his move full speed. It shows the progression of the anticipation and the athleticism coming together.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? And by Sports Illustrated Tickets. 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better. And by Cross Insurance, the official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
Here's this week's Next Gen Stat, brought to you by AWS. Despite missing 2 starters against the New York Giants, the Patriots allowed a pressure rate of 25%, the second lowest mark of Drake Maye's career. From a clean pocket, Maye completed 21 of 25 passes for 235 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access, everyone. Join me now is Patriots center Garrett Bradbury. Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, great to see you. Appreciate you having me.
How beneficial was the bye?
They're always beneficial. I love a good bye week. No, it's good. It's a long season. It's good to mentally and physically kind of reset. A lot of guys get out of here, but then kind of come back and lock in and get ready for the next part of the season.
It was late in the season.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Week 14. It's the latest I've ever had.
Latest you ever had, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it like to know that you guys control your own fate, right? I mean, you win, you're AFC East champions.
Yeah. Yeah, they say ignore the noise, but you can't ignore that stuff. It's so in your face. It's good. It's a privilege. It's something we've worked for. It's something we've earned so far this point of the season, and I think Coach Vrabel does a good job not shying from that stuff. He's not like, don't pay attention, don't listen. He's just like, this is what it is. It's a championship week, and so this is what we worked in starting April 7th for. But yeah, it's gonna be a good opportunity.
First year here in New England?
Yep.
What are your impressions?
We've loved it so far. My wife, my 2 daughters, it's been awesome. There's a great locker room in there. A lot of good guys and families on the team as well. The area's been great. I'm used to cold weather, so it doesn't bother me. But it's been fun getting into Boston, seeing the city a little bit, and we've loved it.
Position groups are normally close.
Yeah.
You guys are in rooms together, going to meetings together.
Yeah.
How close is this offensive line?
Yeah, it's really close, but I'll preface that by saying you kind of have to be close if you want to be a good O-line. You got to care about the guy next to you. Like I said, all 5 work as one, and you got to know the guys outside of here. It makes for more fun of a year, and yeah, I've loved working with the guys.
Who gets the credit or the blame on these O-line dinners?
Whoever chooses it that week.
Really?
Yeah, you get to choose the week, and then you pay for it, and if it's not good, you'll hear about it.
Really?
So thankfully, most of them have been pretty good. And we enjoy that time.
You guys go with a variety of foods? What's your favorite food?
We've been to Karma Sushi twice because that was so good. The guys love that, and it's kind of been all over. It's been a steakhouse, it's been a Greek spot. I did it at my house, and
oh wow,
yeah.
Okay.
So it's all over the place, but as long as we're getting together, hanging out outside of here, it's gonna be a good time.
Good luck on Sunday.
Appreciate it.
Big game.
Absolutely.
Big game.
Yeah.
Garrett Bradbury, I guess we'll be back with more Patriots All Access right after this.
Hey, this is Coach Vrabel from the Patriots. I want to congratulate Derek Almeida of Fairhaven High School. He's our 2025 High School Football Coach of the Year.
Coach, on behalf of the Kraft family, the New England Patriots, Charitable Foundation, and the New England Patriots, we want to say congratulations to you on being named Coach of the Year. Head coach Derek Almeida led his team to a 12-1 overall record in their second MIA Division VI state championship in 3 years. The Patriots Charitable Foundation will award $2,000 to the Fairhaven High School football program in the name of Coach Almeida.
So being able to receive this Coach of the Year award from the Patriots has such a huge value for me. I think it really shows how much work that this program has put in. You know, this is a team award.
Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time to sit down and talk to this rested guy. Coach Mike Vrabel joins me fresh off the bye. Did you get a chance to catch your breath a little bit?
A little bit. But it's time to get back to work. So I think it's a good balance.
You look good. You look like 19-year-old Mike Vrabel at Ohio State without the mustache.
Cleaned up, no stash, but it was for a good cause. It was a great month, and we're looking for a great December.
More importantly, you always said it, the players play the game. They're the guys that put in the effort. When they get away for a little bit, get away for 4 or 5 days, they come back. Was the team eager when you got them in the first meeting?
I felt like they were to start the week, and it's progressed as we've gone on here, but I felt like getting back on Monday was good for us in the meetings and, going against each other and get moving a little bit and start getting the fundamentals. And, you can't let that stuff slide late in the year. Mm-hmm. You have to really stay on top of the technique and the fundamentals that's critical to this game, and hopefully we were able to do that.
you guys have put yourself in a fantastic spot to where you even said on day one, when you first took this job, my goal is to win the AFC East here. Yeah. We got to win the AFC East. That's staring you in the face at home here against Buffalo on Sunday afternoon. How important is that?
It's a great opportunity.
You put yourself there.
Yeah, we did. These games, like I talked about, and playing meaningful games, this would be in that category, playing meaningful games. We're playing for a championship. So we're excited about the opportunity. It's not going to come easy. It's a great challenge, but I'm appreciative of the spot that we've put ourselves in to be able to do these types of games and compete in them.
So getting ready to play this team, a good football team in Buffalo for the second time, what are some of those challenges? Because you'll play other teams where, we know what they do, this is what they do, but...
Well, I mean, this is a team that, again, an MVP quarterback, very, very good run scheme. They do a good job with the scheme, but they also do a great job with execution. Like they block people. Mm-hmm. The runner runs the daylight. Everybody's at the point of attack. And then when they get tired of doing that, then they put the ball in Josh Allen's hands and let him create play action, move the pocket, or take off and scramble. And again, he's dangerous. He is never rattled. And he gives them a chance throughout the game and late in the game to win. And their defense is sound. They're very good tackling defense, very good technique, good fundamental football team. And this will be a great challenge.
When Josh Allen did what he did against Cincinnati, where it's third and forever, nobody's backside, runs at 40 yards for a touchdown, does that tease you, but bring in the element of potentially bringing a spy in? I'm not saying you're going to tell us what you're going to do.
There's going to be different ways to play him and different ways to try to defend him. And again, we'll have to mix it up. I don't think you can do any one thing too many times against him. That won't work. So we'll have to stay balanced and obviously try to account for the quarterback in a multiple different ways.
All right, time now for the Sports Illustrated Ticket Question of the Week. And it comes from Greg H. Wants to ask you, Coach, in your career, what lessons did you learn from either parents or coaches that molded you that help you get to the position you're at right now as far as handling the team here towards the end of the season?
I mean, there's a lot there, Greg. I appreciate the question.
What a question.
Yeah, I was an only child of two educators, so my parents were teachers that became principals. My dad was a basketball coach. I always say this, that I feel like one of the best things that my dad ever taught me was the value of being a part of a team, and how critical that was. He taught me hard work, but he taught me the value of giving yourself to a team and being a part of teams, and I'll always appreciate that. And then again, my playing career, I've been with numerous coaches that are in the Hall of Fame or will be in the Hall of Fame. I'm thankful for all that and try to take a little bit from each and every one of them.
Great answer. If you want to ask the coach a question, you have to follow the team at patriots.com/askthecoach. Coach, good luck Sunday against Buffalo, 1 o'clock.
I appreciate it.
Looks like sun will be out. It won't be too cold.
It'll be perfect.
All right, there you go. More Patriots All Access will return right after this.
Coming up on All Access.
Our panel breaks down Sunday's showdown with the Bills.
This is going to be a physical bloodbath of a game.
But first, if you like smoked meat, then this tailgate is for you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Oh, yeah, let's go.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Gillette. Gillette's best shave is now the best a fan can get. Get it while you can at Gillette.com/NFL.
Time is running out for you to vote for your favorite Patriots to the Pro Bowl.
Rolls right, wrecking traffic. Off balance, throw it to the end zone. Caught by the receiver, takes it to 5.
Quarterback Drake Maye is the leading vote getter to date. Currently, 8 Patriot players are top 10 at their respective positions, including Brendan Schooler, Marcus Jones, and Andy Borregales. Voting ends December 15th.
Welcome back to All Access. In our latest installment of our Tales from the Tailgate series, presented by Bud Light, we introduce you to 2 longtime Patriots fans. They don't take themselves too seriously, but they take their food very seriously. specifically smoking meat.
We're having some problems with the brand new propane tank that I picked up on Friday morning. Took the blue cap off at the house today, so I'm a little surprised, but it wouldn't be a tailgate if it was easy. Let's try that one again. I need Dad.
I put him in charge of one thing. One thing. Propane. One item. Available at every gas station in America.
Can you drive a propane tank to me in P10 South? We're under the gun here. Thanks, appreciate it.
Oh, there you go.
Hey! It wasn't the tank, it was actually the way he screwed the things on.
Agree to disagree.
There it is. Woo!
Hooray!
All right, now I gotta call my dad and tell him not to come.
One thing we haven't added to our tailgate yet is a fire extinguisher. Maybe it's time.
You know, I really just bring crummy food and good vibrations, so I'm really the vibes guy. He does all the actual heavy lifting.
I do the actual cooking.
Yeah.
You know.
I do the eating, the drinking, and the criticizing, and he does all the hard work.
The sitting, there's a lot of sitting.
There's a lot of sitting.
A lot of sitting. I am the try-hard in the cooking arena. And like, I'm always trying to make something better than what I made before. That's all I'm trying to do. We got here is the 1-2-3 ribs, or plate ribs. There are 3 giant ribs you can see on the bottom here. That's why they're called dino ribs. We're gonna cut a little bit of the fat cap off, and hopefully we're not gonna cut my hand, but we'll see.
Kind of a little deep there, but I mean, like that's,
no, that's good.
You know, a little deep, but I'm sure that'll be fine.
It's good. You want to do it?
No, I don't.
Okay, check.
He really tries to make excellent food, and we give him awful feedback, mostly because it's delicious. And he's like, well, I did 9 hours, should I have done 10? And I'm like, I don't know, it's a rib and it's awesome. We do the comment section on this.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. I am serving, they are plate short ribs, smoking them for about 9 hours. I do them in a kind of a special seasoning blend I made. I call it the coyote's tail. In addition to that, I do kind of a northern cornbread. I got Boston baked beans. Oh, we got fried turkey wings.
Yep, we're doing fried cheesecake.
Yeah, we're doing as a dessert fried cheesecake. We're gonna see if that works. I've never done that before. 20 years in, you got to do something new, and we'll just make stuff up.
I think you missed the spot.
Thanks. Real helpful. Ready to smoke this?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, you want to open that door for me? You know, I'll smoke a rib for 12 hours. I'll dry season it. I'll make sure it's aged. And this guy comes in, he's like, I was thinking I'd put bacon on a tater tot. And I'm like, fine, and then I'll have it, and I'm like, it's really good. It's really good. Like, you know, I put all this money and time into these aged ribs, and this tater tot's blowing it out of the water right now. Frying wings, Maddie, frying wings.
I'm ready to eat some.
All right, look at the size of that wing. My hands are massive, so it's a bad judge, but this is just half a turkey wing, and it's just gorgeous all the way around. Got a little Creole seasoning, some flour for crispiness.
I'm just glad you finally tightened the regulator enough to work.
It was the propane tank.
I'm really happy.
It's a faulty tank. I fixed it, but it was a faulty tank. You're lucky I was here.
Nothing is ever easy.
Nothing is
ever easy.
Hey, we're going to go visit Matt and Dennis right now. They smoke a bunch of barbecue. Apparently they had a little mix-up, whatever, with the propane.
Oh, well,
That's him.
he didn't tighten it properly.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey, and he didn't remember that, and he didn't tighten it enough.
Right,
So he tries to blame me for
one of the
getting
first
a bad
things you
propane
teach,
tank,
you're
but
taught
he's
when
correct.
you're little.
Yes, correct.
It's all about the fundamental, boys. We got to go back to the basics. There you go.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
It is
We'll put this right in the center. That'll be our little coffee table right there.
Inside there, Matt.
I think we got something for you too. There we go. Those are dino ribs.
Dino ribs.
Plate short ribs, baby. Not the chuck kind either. Yeah, these have been smoking for about 24 hours right here.
Crap.
That's what we're going for.
That's what we're
right
talking
there.
about.
Beautiful juiciness. You need a plate or you just want to hold with your hands? It's a little hot, man. I think you want to play.
I have no problem holding.
I mean, Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh yeah.
All right, we're good. We don't need to go anywhere else. We're just going to stay right here. This is spectacular, and I don't get to many games, but I'm definitely going to stop by this tailgate every time I come, even unannounced. It's spectacular.
Thank you, Bud. Go Patriots!
Really, he just left the valve open.
No, he didn't tighten the regulator.
It's a faulty tank.
It's a faulty
I'll
tank.
go to my grave. That was a faulty
It's
tank.
not human error.
I fixed it. I saved the day.
Faulty
just to be
righty
clear.
tighty on that one. That's fine though.
This is Matt's contribution. He calls this crudité.
It's basically just pepperoni and cheese and crackers that I buy from Shaw's.
I don't think Matt knows what crudité is.
I am the vibes guy.
This is Matt's contribution. This is crudité.
I don't do the cooking, I do the eating, and I do the fun.
You know, what I love about tailgating is you can show up with a sandwich in a bag, or you can show up with a TV, a fryer, a grill, a bar. It doesn't matter. You're gonna have fun either way. And that's Matt. Matt's gonna have fun either way. We're done tailgating. I think it's about time we packed up. Time we packed up?
Sure.
You guys got it? All right, good.
So,
All right, yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
I think I'm gonna have beer.
I mean, we've literally been parking in the same corner of the same lot for 15 years.
And we like that community feel. You know, you're gonna see the same people there every Sunday. And you can borrow stuff from them, they'll give you food, we trade off. I walk up and down the lot when I have extra ribs and just hand them out. You guys want some ribs?
Get
rid of all that meat.
You might have to borrow a gas regulator because you left yours at home. I mean, there's a bunch of different things that can happen.
I think we're well today.
We overcame some adversity, but
there was adversity early on. We had some propane issues. We had some smoker issues. We may have lit some ribs on fire. I burned my hand. That's what happens, you know.
You know what? It could be worse. Here's the highlights. We made friends. We drank beer.
We did.
We had a great time.
We did.
So all in all, I'm going to call it a 12 out of 10.
We got a great game in front of us.
Absolutely.
Let's go do it.
Go Pats. By the way, thanks Kelly and thanks Emily for embracing our absolute insanity for the last 10 plus years. So really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Here's an all-time classic Pats-Bills matchup from 1998. Buffalo led 21-16 late in the fourth quarter. A huge fourth down completion to Shawn Jefferson kept the drive alive, setting up an improbable Hail Mary.
Snap to Drew, rolling left, throws toward the end zone, and it is incomplete. Flag down in the end zone.
Given life after the penalty, Drew Bledsoe connected with Ben Coates for the game winner.
Bledsoe, play action fake, end zone, touchdown, Ben Coates, the Patriots win. How about Drew Bledsoe?
Buffalo was so incensed after the score, they left the field when Adam Vinatieri rushed for the two-point conversion, giving New England a thrilling 25-21 win.
All right, welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for X's and O's. So we're coming off the bye week. So what we're going to do is we're going to take my man, Brian Hoyer, good seeing you, buddy, who played in this offense. And we're not only going to look at all of Drake's passes or some of the best ones, but certain moments, great teaching moments. We're going to start with game number 2 down in Miami, the pass of Ramondre Stevenson. What an effort here.
I mean, to me, this is where we started to see Drake take it to the next level. You see it right here. What's he doing? Touching his helmet. He knows what the coverage is. He's getting to the right play. And when you have this play, you have Mondre mismatched on the linebacker. Oh, here comes the edge rush. I got to step up.
Yeah, so he gets beat right here. Morgan Moses gets beat.
Yep.
But this is what happens. Athletic quarterback. Don't go back. Young quarterbacks go back and around. He steps up.
Yep, so he does a tremendous job stepping up, shows his progression of using the pocket, protects the football, 2 hands, and then drops an absolute dime. This really got things going. This is where I saw this play. I said, this is a different quarterback than what we were used to seeing last year.
It's interesting because I asked Mike Vrabel, hey, when did you know you guys had a shot here? He goes, probably second half Miami, coming out of there with that win and how the team played, that got us going.
Right, and here's a great look at it. Look, this edge rusher is coming quick. Jalen Phillips, the Eagles traded for him for a reason. Step up, protect the ball.
I would normally try and spin back there because you get that front pressure.
That's right.
He's a lot quicker.
Right, and he knew he had the look. He didn't try to run it. This was a dime. Great play.
Gorgeous throw.
All right, now we go to the Buffalo game. It's Buffalo week. Everyone's seen this throw.
This is the throw of the year to me.
It is the throw of the year. Because not only is it take the athleticism, but it takes the anticipation. And we're going to see it from the back end, but let's just admire it here.
Pressure, double pressure.
Full out sprint. You know how hard it is to throw on a full out sprint. You can't really gather yourself. And here's the view.
This is where you really appreciate here the accuracy.
Right.
So he's on the move. Look at that pressure coming in the face right here. Diggs isn't even out of that break. He ran a basic hook here.
Yeah.
And he converted to that backside right there.
Right, and the thing that I love is if we can pause it, look, he's getting ready to load the ball. Diggs is just making his move, full speed. It shows the progression of the anticipation and the athleticism coming together.
That's a great catch, too.
All right, this is a random one, and you're going to understand why this was so important. This is at the end of the game,
Situational coaching.
Situational
coaching.
And as a quarterback, you get in your helmet, hey, listen, no bad plays. We can't lose yardage. You can't go out of bounds. You can't throw it away. This, to me, is the maturity.
This is killing clock, too, because you're winning a football game here. You don't want to go out of bounds. You want to stay in bounds, kill clock, go all the way down, take it down to 1 second, then you call the timeout.
The impressive part is look how far back he gets. Right here, you're probably out of field goal range. And I'm sure they told him, look, you can't lose yards. So here comes the athleticism. Here comes understanding situational football. Get back, set it up for a game-winning kick. Don't give the ball back to Josh Allen.
All right, keep this thing moving.
All right, so here we go. This was another early play.
Also my favorites here.
This is an old Scott Zolak backside slim post.
This is where you see the growth of the young quarterback. Last year, that ball's out, gets knocked down maybe in Miami. 2 hands on it, steps up, watch the eyes downfield.
Yep. So look, here he is. He's moving to coverage. He's pumping. They got a fake screen with the 2
pretty
goes.
Good pocket here, too.
Great pocket.
Another rookie here on the backside getting a block.
Right, Henderson kicks him out, and the stepping up with the eyes down the field. And your old buddy Ted Johnson kind of coined this, the rip and skip.
Would you have thrown that ball?
Probably not, but with Booty, I might,
Right.
But
that's the rapport those two guys have as far as you talk chemistry.
The trust, and then here we're going to see the pocket movement again. Eyes fake, boom. Settle up in the pocket. You see a continuing theme, and he just flicks it. Like it's nothing. Right there. And then this one, to me, this was coming off of, they had just beat Atlanta, but he had fumbled the football, right? So what do they go to in the drills? Ball security. You see it right here.
Seat the ball in the chest cavity.
Okay, so it's up front. Here it is. 2 hands. Stop. Pop.
Over.
Boom.
Oh, gorgeous.
Right to Matt Collins, a big target across the middle. And the thing with Drake, he's like you. He's tall. He can see all this, which is impressive to do that. He makes improvements on a week-to-week basis.
Let's look at it right here.
You see it right here. There it is. Secure the ball. Stop. Pop. Let it rip. What a great play.
If we run the table, we got one more bye week. We'll do this again for the playoffs.
Let's do it.
There you go. There's your X's and O's. More of Patriots All Access. We'll return right after this.
Patriots fans, check out the 1985 Sound Odyssey podcast, the story behind the franchise's first Super Bowl appearance.
It was the right mix at the right time.
Pryor, touchdown! Right there, touchdown! Stanley Morgan, touchdown!
And also from that 1985 season, listen and watch to the Pats from the Past podcast with former #1 overall draft pick Irving Fryer.
When I was drafted, I actually signed my contract before the draft. And probably by the time the draft came, I had spent like 25 grand.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? And by Sports Illustrated Tickets. 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better. And by Cross Insurance, the official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
Welcome
back to our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo after the bye. Mike Vrabel, perfection. 6-0. Why do you think that is?
I think it's important because I think he is able to get his team ready to go, whatever the case may be. And we've seen this from time to time, Mike, this year. It hasn't been a ton of adversity, but when they have had things happen, I think back to like Miami when they give up a punt return for a touchdown to fall behind, they immediately respond. He knows when to push the buttons, and I think this is an example. 6-0 out of the bye. He understands when his team needs some rest, when his team needs maybe the foot on the throat a little bit to give a little bit more. I think he has a good feel for what this team needs.
It's been one of the things I've been most impressed with watching Mike Vrabel coach, how he sort of builds the week to get the team ready to play on Sunday. And so I'll get this week. Monday, they had a bonus practice. They went inside. And that's Mike Vrabel saying, okay, we want to practice fast and show our identity, but we don't need to, we're going to do it controlled, in a controlled environment. Wednesday, you start the week, first and second down. Thursday, you get into your shoulder pads usually, and that's where you get your most physical practice. Then you start to taper down a little bit, and then you hit it. You hope by Sunday at 1 o'clock, you're at your best to fill your tank is filled. And I think he generally, Paul, has done a nice job getting the team in that rhythm.
Absolutely. When you look at this matchup now, does Buffalo come in with a chip on their shoulder? And how big of a chip after losing that first game to the Pats?
So I think there is an intangible to that they're a little bit more desperate. The Patriots at 11-2, they can afford, not that they want to, but they can afford a loss, whereas Buffalo is a little bit more desperate, obviously have revenge on their minds. But, at the same time, the Patriots have been hearing all year, Mike, how, it's fool's gold and the schedule is this and that. And, this is really the only two options that they've had to play really good teams is Buffalo twice. You beat them once already. Yeah. They have plenty to play for here in addition to the division.
And you could say the Patriots being underdogs is their chip, right?
Yes.
So maybe it balances off. But I sort of play the human nature game, Steve. If I'm the Bills, I've won the AFC East 5 straight years. I want to come in here and say, not so fast. We are still the team in the division. And to show that, I feel like maybe it does tilt the needle to their side.
I can't believe the Patriots are underdogs. After Vrabel being 6-0, after playing at home,
a lot of
after
people
a 10-game winning streak.
Paul.
Are you kidding me? I can't believe these guys are
I'm
underdogs.
a little surprised at that, too. And last week, before the games were played last week, the Patriots were a favorite. It changed by 2 or 3 points, which, I agree with you, Steve. I was a little surprised by that.
What concerns you the most about Buffalo?
You got to start with Josh Allen. And, Josh Allen at this time of year, and we've seen his maturation process a little bit over the years. He doesn't run around like a crazy man as much early in the season as he does now. You want to know what I did in my bye week? You asked us earlier. I sat around and watched a lot of football. I watched Josh Allen put the cape on again, Mike, and just completely carry his team. I know they had, some breaks with the tip passes from Burrow and the picks, but Josh Allen refused to let his team lose. That's what would concern me.
And it's hard to say otherwise. I will say James Cook is my answer, and it's because when James Cook gets going, I feel like Josh Allen is that much more dangerous. And when they can control the game on the ground, like I watched them a couple weeks ago at Pittsburgh, Paul. I mean, they just pummeled the Steelers, and I feel like this is going to be a physical bloodbath of a game, and to me, not what concerns me, but you got to answer that. And I think they're going to try to get Cook going early.
Can Drake Maye win MVP if he outshines Josh Allen?
So that's a good matchup this week. You get a chance to see it again. He outplayed Josh Allen once in prime time when everybody was watching. You do it again here late in the year when the chips are on the table and people will take notice. He has an MVP that is there to take.
Right.
Mike and I talked a little bit off air. I think Matthew Stafford probably has a slight edge, but Maye can win it in this last month.
And then you follow that up with a primetime game that just got flexed the next week at Baltimore. You got the whole country watching you.
Where do the Patriots have an advantage in this game?
So I want to talk again about those intangibles, about all the things that people said that they aren't. And I think that even though they're 11-2 atop the conference, they're still nationally they're getting a ton of love. But there are also some individuals out there, Mike, that want to point to the schedule. And they want to point to what they haven't been able to do, which to my mind's eye, I haven't seen anything to this team. You put them in any situation, and they've been able to come through and adjust. So I think they're still trying to prove everybody wrong.
And I like Drake against this defense. I think that's an advantage for the Patriots against a Bills defense that to me looks vulnerable, banged up a little bit, Paul. And I would add the name Stephon Diggs. He played big in the first game against the Bills, his former team.
Great point.
And I think he to me has the potential to be the best receiver on the field, and I know Buffalo will pay a lot of attention.
The Patriots are much healthier. Mike's right about that. That's another thing that's in New England's advantage.
All that being said, prediction time.
I like the Patriots to keep it going. And number one, I want to make sure you don't get mad at me coming out of the bye week. But in all seriousness, I think there's a lot to play for. I love the way Mike Vrabel's talking about, being championship ready. We have championships to play for. This is an opportunity to close the door. The Patriots win in these situations, 27-24.
Mike Vrabel says you got to have your heart pills in the NFL, right? Because these games come down to the fourth quarter a lot of times, one play. I think that's what we're going to see.
Right.
And I think the Patriots make it. It might even be overtime, 33-30.
Ooh, I like it. No naps.
No naps.
Great job, guys. That'll do for this week's edition of Patriots All Access. From Mike Reese and Paul Perlow, I'm Steve Burton. Have a great week, everybody.